I am not too proud to admit this. I talk to my dog as if she's a human. And I get really frustrated when she doesn't listen. Welcome to day 4 of 21 days of self love and mindfulness. I am the author and dog owner, Sunflower Medicine. Today's lesson is about taking your own medicine, eating your own dog food, heeding your own advice, and focusing on what we can control. It's titled Lessons I Taught My Dog and Then Myself. This is a short, fun lesson about how, when getting really serious about what my dog needed to do and know so that she would stop biting people, I received lessons that were meant for me as much as for her. And this happens more than we realize. We forget that the world is actually just our mirror. Reflections. What we see is not a reflection of them, but a reflection of us. The issues we see in other people are beacons to us on what we need to pay attention to and learn. They point to our triggers, our rigid ways of thinking, our shoulds. If we can just learn to take any advice we have for other people and apply it to our own lives, we'd be doing great. This comes hand in hand with our last lesson on day 3, that we can't make people feel something or do something. We can only show them what that something looks like. As Gandhi so beautifully put it, we can be the change we want to see in the world. So let's look at today's reflection questions. First, how do you behave when you feel anxiety or fear? This question will serve you well in our 3rd week when we talk about how often we get stopped by fear. But most of us are on autopilot until an incident is over and we aren't really present to or aware of what happened. We really struggle to be aware and mindful when we're in the throes of anxiety or fear. So take a moment now, explore how you behave when you're anxious or fearful. Think about how you respond to someone else behaving that way. As humans, we find it much easier to be rational and wise about fear and anxiety when it's on someone else. We struggle to understand how we can be responsible for it. So take a few minutes, write down your reflections on how you behave. What is your autopilot when you feel anxiety and fear? Write down anything you want to explore later in your journal. And feel free to write brilliant insights in the comments for our community. Next question. How do people around you react when you are anxious or fearful? Do they notice? Can you see a difference in how they behave? Are there any responses to your fear or your anxiety that actually trigger you to be more fearful, more anxious, or worse, angry or hurt? Similar are other people's responses to your fear and anxiety behaviors to how you respond when you're around someone behaving that way? What can you see about relations and dynamics in your life around experiencing and responding to fear and anxiety? Write your insights on your reflections page. Next question now. What would you tell your pet or your friend or your coworker if you knew they felt anxious or insecure? Would you treat them differently than you do yourself? Are you more tolerant of your dog's anxiety than you are your own? Are you more tolerant of other people's anxiety, other people's fear? This is your opportunity to expand awareness about some of the autopilot behaviors that have become habits or patterns in your relationships. Take notes on the reflection page and identify behaviors or conversations that you think would be useful to have with yourself, the people in your life, your dog, and don't hesitate to share in the comment section. And now, today we have a bonus question. What reassurance do you need to hear? Would allow you to just exhale and let go of some of that fear and anxiety around some stressful areas in your life. These assurances, you really want to write those down. Work with those on your own. Look for opportunities to weave them into your daily conversations, meditations, reflections. Share some in the comment section. It's so good for us to see what other people are creating. It'll resonate. It'll give us the opportunity to grow, expand, and exhale. Now, as we finish up for today, take the opportunity to acknowledge yourself for the time and energy you are putting into looking at yourself honestly, taking responsibility for creating a life that you absolutely love and thrive through.